Hey everybody. So I've been struggling with even making a video today and I almost didn't, but I suppose this is a good thing to do a video on. So as you know, Donald Trump is going to be our next president here in the United States. And I've been processing this for the last couple days, trying to just go about the business. I haven't slept particularly well since he won. And I am, as a gay man and as a type 1 diabetic, and having a mom that's been going through chemo since last April of 2015 for cancer, and having friends from lots of different groups across the board, I have to say I'm really worried and concerned. I accepted the fact that he won, but I'm very concerned about different people losing rights and losing progress that we've made of people having equality. And I'm also concerned about violence. I know even most Trump supporters don't advocate violence and most people don't advocate violence. But when you hear people saying fag and using racial slurs and using misogynistic slurs and pushing people around that are different, pushing a kid around in a wheelchair at a rally, and so on and so forth, that should scare you for the foundation of our democracy. It really should. Um, People are people. That's something that I've always believed. And I have a lot of friends with a lot of different political and perspectives and come from a lot of different backgrounds. I was taught to accept all people, but my fear is that, potentially with the ACA getting dismantled, yes, the premiums are crazy. Yes, insurers overcharge. Yes, it was not the best system in the world, but there's going to be 21 million people potentially losing coverage unless they find some way to gap that. And as a person with a pre-existing condition, that really deeply concerns me. And for anybody who has a pre-existing condition. Now, luckily, I looked into it and I have some alternatives, but that still doesn't negate the fact that if I were to be hospitalized, if I were to have something bad happen, that I could potentially lose everything from that. And same for my mom and dad because of my mom's chemo, which is absurdly expensive. And I'm just hoping that the people that won, I hope that they have the empathy. Please, this is directly to you, directly to President-elect Donald Trump and others who won this election. Please don't forget about us to push a specific agenda through that is anti certain people. Try to push stuff through that is for the benefit of all people. I really like it. It just strains me to say that, and it almost brings me to tears, to be honest with you. I've cried off and on since the election. But to think about people being hurt just because of who they are, to think about myself being hurt as who I am as a good person, that really is scary to me. And think about people losing everything because they fall into a scenario where they've got a pre-existing condition or they have something wrong, MS, cancer, diabetes, anything that is unpredictable in health, that those are basic human rights. And I understand the world isn't perfect, but I thought we have already moved beyond this direction. So to see the type of hate that some of his supporters have, the vocal minority, we call it, that needs to be denounced. And the initiatives you do, I would really love it if they're for the benefit of all people and not going back to this stuff like gay conversion therapy and things like that are scientifically proven not to work. Just think about if the people that didn't vote for you are we're people too, that we have families, that we have friends, that we matter to, and that's the thing that really scares me. So I'm hoping that we can all come together. That's not a very good heart, sorry. I'm hoping we can all come together as a country, and I'm willing to see what you will do as a president and what your team will do. But I'm just hoping that you don't roll back rights and allow bullying of certain groups of people, because that would be absolutely disgusting and un-American. Everything this country is built on, that's the opposite of what we stand for if you allow those sort of things to happen. So it's my message to you. This is kind of a somber note. I'm hopeful. I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to keep speaking out, because you know what? If we don't put this stuff out there of who we are and try to just be good to each other and try to love each other and care for each other, this world will collapse. But the US won't be a superpower if we do that. I can guarantee it. And that would be a very sad thing after the couple hundred years of this great country that we've got. And I love this country. I don't want to leave. I don't want to move to Canada. But if that hatred becomes right and built into our culture, that's a very real possibility, and that terrifies the living shit out of me. And it should terrify the shit out of anybody, no matter your political affiliation or beliefs, that hate doesn't ever bring out anything good. Only love does. So that's my message for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and look for another video on Tuesday.